And good morning again, everyone. Peter Boyle sitting in for the fellows, and tomorrow is our New Year's Eve show. It is a Tuesday, the 30th of December, 2025, coming up on time. 54 will be the high, and I got my hat. I wore my hat. Bring him up here. Get him up here. Get Blake up here.
Oh, that is outstanding.
You like it?
Well, so it has a skull and crossbones on the side, right?
Yeah.
Trojan hat. What is it?
Look at this thing. It's got the
What
thing.
are you wearing?
I'm wearing a serious hat.
That is great. Black and white.
Black and white.
It goes well with the headphones. The yellow, the gold with the black there. Yeah. But so do you use that? Do you use that on the bike or?
No.
Have you ever?
No. I have friends that would have a conversation with me, but this is the best hat. It's in the hat collection.
Wow.
And yesterday, Blake, you got the Retreat from Moscow hat on. And we were gooning each other. Yeah. And I said, remember that line? Remember that? And it was Jack Nicholson and Easy Rider. Do I have a helmet? Right?
That's right.
I got
this.
I got this.
Absolutely. And boy, do you have a helmet this morning.
Isn't that good?
That is awesome.
It has little things that hang off it and
so
down the back.
Cool.
Yeah.
So those on radio, if they're not looking at it, I mean, it does kind of look like a Trojan
looks like
helmet.
Well, Jimmy told me it looked like a Raiders. Looked like I was a Raiders fan.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
so,
you would be a normal cat in the old Coliseum if you wore that to a Raiders game.
I'd be
absolutely.
But we're matching up here. And
man, is it comfortable?
It's warm. I wore it to work.
That's right. Hey, that's all that matters.
I thought later, if I got pulled over and I had this hat on.
That is great.
Thank you, man.
I love it. Thank you for doing that.
No, listen.
I don't feel as, out of place now. I don't feel like an outcast now.
But for folks who want to see James and say, well, Jimmy's got a baseball hat on this morning.
Jim has his baseball hat on.
Yeah, he wait, whoa. He just showed me a hat. He brought a hat in.
Oh, he did.
Jimmy's got a hat. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
what color is his?
What is? I can't see through the.
It's a Broncos beanie.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's orange and blue with the Broncos symbol. Yeah.
Nice. Old logo or new logo?
New logo, but I got the old logo on my ball cap.
I like the old logo.
Did you guys see the championship baseball hats that came down yesterday?
No, I didn't.
Ugly.
I didn't see that.
God, they were horrible looking.
Are they?
Yeah. I mean, I think they are.
All this stuff looks like Tuesday night softball league stuff.
Yeah.
In Major League Baseball, it drives me nuts. When you're on the road, you're wearing grays. To me, you wear white at home.
Yeah.
And, you can wear the pinstripes, but all this garbage, they try to market it to young people.
It's merch, man.
Yeah, it is.
Making money.
I'm an old fogey. What do I know?
Well, no, I mean, I get ready. I mean,
yeah.
Look at this. I got this hat on. I'm ready.
Hey, the young people would love you right now. They really would.
My grandson loves this hat.
Does he?
Oh.
How old is he now?
He is 13 years old.
13.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he loves this stuff. I mean,
that is amazing.
He's smart. I don't want to talk about him on here, but he's a smart kid.
I can imagine.
I don't know where it came from.
Oh, come on. You're teaching him to read books. Come on.
He does well, but this is our show this morning. And the first of the year, January 1, there are these new rules that kick in, new laws that kick in here in Colorado. A lot of it's aimed at guns, and so I've been thinking about this in an open lines topic, and you'd be great to begin with. What's the role of government in your life? It's philosophical, but and I love history, so the theories on how government began. How did we begin with a government, and now asking the question this morning about rights. What's the role of the government? And remember, the well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Well, January 1, a lot of infringement begins.
Yeah.
And so you ask yourself, what's the role of government? And how has it changed since we were both young men? And it's going to be, I think, modestly, he says, a good show. You got the hat?
You got the Russian hat, evidently.
And Jimmy's got the conch shell. It says he can talk, Lord of the Flies. But you look good, man. You look really. Do you have any? Tomorrow's our New Year's Eve show, but do you have plans for New Year's Eve, or do you just?
We try to stay home. Yeah. Sometimes we'll have a little get together party, but we keep it simple. How about you?
Oh, you know me.
You're out there.
I'm a long baller.
You're out there wearing your skull and crossbones.
I'm wearing this puppy.
You're down on
I'm down.
6th.
Oh, I'm
or 16th Street.
Waiting.
Right.
No,
I
think that's amateur night.
It is. I don't understand, honestly, this day and age, why you have to go out on New Year's Eve. But I get it.
Back in the nightmare years, I could.
When was the last time you went out on New Year's Eve?
Oh, for dinners and stuff like that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, early. Yeah,
but not
after midnight.
No, remember we used to own bars. We had Bob Lee and Peter Boyle's Nashville West.
Wow.
It's a show bar.
Wow. Where was that located?
West on Colfax.
Is that right?
Yeah. That was a going puppy.
Oh man, I can imagine.
Yeah, me and the old man and several other gentlemen of the night. But I'll show you New Year's Eve. I mean, we showed them.
Yeah, you proved it to him.
Oh, boy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we said we showed them.
You showed them.
We showed them. But
oh wow,
you're gonna do the Blake Olson report this morning, and then we're gonna do the government. What?
All right.
Yeah. What's the role of the
Let's
government?
keep it limited, okay?
Well, that's exactly my view. But so what is the role?
Let's start with potholes. How about that?
Well, I mean, roads are they're called user taxes. If you drive a car and buy gas and oil and everything, you get taxed on it. But I'm talking about just flat out the role of government, and man, it's becoming oppressive.
Well, you got that right.
So new gun laws go in, and Ian Escalante is coming on the show.
Oh, great.
He's a good guy. He's a great guy.
Absolutely. That'll be a great hour.
So here we go. So anyhow,
okay.
With hat in, should we take these hats off now? Do you take the hat off after?
I'm keeping it on because it's chilly in my office here. It really is. I do it because I'm cold, man.
The first time you showed up with that hat, looks like a pumpkin on your head.
It does.
But look at this. You can't top this puppy.
You need to keep it on.
I'm wearing this
the entire show. See if you can prevent any sweat from.
I got to be able
dripping.
I got to be able to hear.
Well, that's true too. That's good in radio. That's important.
Yeah, it's really important.
That's what they tell me anyway.
The number one role of radio. Be able to hear. Hi, my boy. It is all yours.
Take it away, Jimmy.
Blake Olson.
Blake Olson, news and comment.
All right, good morning. It's Tuesday, 21 and clear in Denver, expecting a high of 47 today. News sponsored by Pastor Camp Heating and Air Conditioning. Give them a call at 303-777-1234 to learn more about special savings opportunities on Lennox equipment. Our top story heading into the new year, gas prices remain under $3 a gallon on average. AAA says the current national average per gallon is $2.83. Cheapest gas in Denver, Gas Buddy says it's $1.65 at a Shell on Evans. Go ahead and head over there right now. A man has been indicted for allegedly setting multiple fires in Aurora. 30-year-old Michael Anthony Lopez appeared in Adams County Court yesterday to face 16 arson charges. Lopez was arrested earlier this month after a series of fires in the area of East 16th Avenue and Norfolk Street. Investigators say the property set on fire included vegetation, portable toilets, cars, and the interior and exterior of several apartment buildings. No injuries, thankfully, were reported. An investigation into possible explosives at Buckley Space Force Base found nothing threatening. Multiple agencies responded to the base on Monday after a report of possible explosives at the large vehicle inspection bay. A 1,000-foot safety perimeter was set up around the building, and 6th Avenue in both directions was closed near the base. The situation was resolved around 2:15, and the base returned to normal operations. The CIA reportedly carried out a drone strike on a dock in Venezuela this month. Reports say the U.S. believed the facility was being used by the Tren de Aragua gang as part of its operation to store and ship drugs. DJT says Iran would face a U.S. attack if the country tries to build up a missile stockpile and reestablish its nuclear program. Speaking Monday alongside Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, 47 said it would be much smarter if Iran decides to negotiate. He says Israel has upheld their end of the ceasefire deal. The man prosecutors say fatally shot one National Guard soldier and wounded another in D.C. was found in federal court Monday. The suspect, an Afghan national who worked with the U.S. to fight the Taliban, is facing 5 charges, including first-degree premeditated murder for last month's shooting. Brandon Gill, a representative from Texas, talking about the Somali fraud in Minnesota in the Twin Cities involving Tampon Tim, and the same thing happening in Columbus, Ohio.
The reality is whenever you import the third world and whenever you import corruption, you should expect America to look more and more like the third world. That's what mass migration does to America. It fundamentally transforms American communities, including those in our heartland. Some of the most traditional American, white picket fence communities you can imagine. It transforms them, turns them upside down, and turns them into backwards third world societies, just like where many of these Somalis came from.
The man accused of assassinating Charlie Kirk had a court appearance Monday as the case moves forward in Utah, allegedly. Tyler Robinson participated in a virtual hearing where a judge stopped short of deciding whether future proceedings will be open to the media. Media attorneys argue limited access could undermine public trust, while Robinson's defense team says coverage could taint the jury pool. All right, George Clooney now has dual citizenship in France.
Yeah.
Okay, so if that matters to you, nice job, George. Now he's a Frenchman and supposedly an American. Whatever. L.A. Kings at the Avalanche last night, and the Avs up, let's see, what was it, 2-1 in the second, big goal, and they go on to win it 5-2. They're now 29-2-7. The Nuggets in Miami last night. The Joker had 21, but the Nuggets burnt by the Heat 147-123. The final, 21 in Aurora, 20 in Highlands Ranch, 21 in Denver. You're waking up with Jeff and Bill. Pete with the great stocking cap on, or beanie, or something. Crossbones, skull and crossbones.
I
on
took
his
it
head
off.
This morning. You did take it off.
It was heavy.
So you could get serious. That thing did look heavy.
I'll wear it again.
It really did. Yeah, you need to wear it again. Blake Olson, News Talk 710 KNUS.
Your 7:10 5-day forecast. Clear skies with light winds for our early Tuesday. Morning temperatures in the mid-20s. Highs low to mid-50s for Tuesday afternoon. Going to have light winds with lows lower 30s Tuesday night. New Year's Eve and New Year's Day mostly in the lower 60s. Some additional cloud cover into Thursday. Lows middle and upper 30s with a few light rain showers over the metro late Thursday into early Friday. Otherwise, sunny to end the work week. Meteorologist Don Watzel and the 710 KNUS Weather Center.
Peter Boyle's in for the fellas. Good morning. We start out open lines, but this one's going to get good. It is a Tuesday morning, almost the end of the year, December 30, 2025. Good old 710 KNUS. You heard Blake say it and everybody talking. 54 the high tomorrow, 61, and look at into the middle 60s on New Year's Day. Well, coming up on the day after New Year's, because I don't know if anybody enforces laws, but they go into effect. We now have a number of new laws that will be enacted in the state of Colorado on January 1. Today, specifically, we're going to talk about firearms. And inch by inch, the Second Amendment is being whittled away. Now, on the 1 of January, it begins. And the first, for the life of me, they have the gun show requirement. House Bill 25-1238. Gun show promoters will be required to have liability insurance. Submit a security plan to local cops before you do anything, and ensure anybody under 18 coming in is accompanied by a guardian, whatever the hell a guardian means. The next part of it is the assault weapons ban, a ban on knowingly, and I'm reading this to you, knowingly manufacturing, distributing, transferring, selling, or purchasing a specific semi-automatic firearm will take effect. The right, and it goes into some other issues as well. So I thought, what is the role of government? Now, this is one of those philosophical questions that I think we'll get something that will emerge out of all of this. 303-696-1971. What do you think the role of government is? The government contributes to providing what? Political guidance, the executive function, regulatory powers. The government provides economic policy guidance, budget bills, related acts. With regard to lawmaking, the government has the power to initiate legislation. We're looking at it right now. Exercising legislative powers. We're looking at it right now. When, and again, governments, parliaments, whatever you want to do with Knessets, when in an urgent circumstance, the immediate action is required under ordinary powers, the government may issue regulations in order to implement, complete, govern, go to the streets. We go to a list of different things. So what do you think in your life? Serious question. What is the role of government? What do you want government to do for you? There's all kinds of theories about where government comes from. Governments emerge from early human needs for order and security and management and theories of grown historical philosophy, the history philosophers who say, well, this is how it gets here. And they grow out of what? Family units? There's this evolutionary theory of how we got to governments. Also, it's called the force theory in government. You know that. There's also establishment by divine right. We've seen that. Or formed by people agreeing to give up freedom for protection. We've seen that. But what are we watching? Right now, lines are wide open, and I'll tell you what, it's going to get packed. What is the role of government? What do you see the government doing for you, against you? Is there, since we were young men, young women, what have you seen the role of government do? The Second Amendment, and we're going to talk about it this morning, but the Second Amendment, the well-regulated, the government is one on a constitutional level. This is the thing that I think is striking. On a constitutional level, you have the full text of the Second Amendment, which is not much. A well-regulated militia. I think everybody knows this one. And then here's the government over here saying, well, Peter, you have a right. And over here, the state of Colorado says, not so quick. And if I moved to South Dakota, it would be totally different. It's really interesting. So what is the role of government? And in your life, what do you want the government to do? We have all these different functions of government. What do you want? It's Tuesday morning, December the 30th. A proper government really, in my mind, really has one major role, that is to protect the rights of each individual resident. I want my rights protected by the government. Don't take the next step. Let's see what happens here. Lines are all lit up right now. Let's go here. Is this Greg on line one? Okay. Hey, man. Hey, Greg, you're first out of the box. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Pete. It's always good to hear your voice, man. It's fresh air.
Thank you.
Hey, boss. Hey, I'm looking at this. You asked the role of government in our lives, and I just kind of look at it more of like, it's there to protect you and all this other stuff. I get it, protection. What you said a couple minutes ago about it, but I think government needs to be about a 30% force in your life. So no matter how much it affects, like what we pay in, what they take from the citizens. Now the big seam. Once it breaks 33%, you're done.
Yeah,
it's a contractual percentage basis on that between state, federal, and all of that has to add up to 33% part of your life of like a like a marriage, 50-50.
But if we go back to the framers and thinking of the Declaration, and these men said to you and me across time, you have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It doesn't have external cost on other people. And once you decide something like housing is a right, which you hear now for the Democratic Party, you have a right to housing, you're now deciding that it's okay to confiscate other labor or other money from other people to give to other people. And that's, you think that through. The Democratic platforms are, do you have a right?
I understand the.
Did I lose you? Did we lose him? You there, brother? We lost him. Call back. We'll get him back on. This is James in Denver. James, you're on a radio show. Good morning.
Good morning, Peter. Good to hear your voice. I think that basically the government should be in charge of water, safety, roads, and just the basic functions that we need them to. I don't know if you remember, but I was in documentary Denver and Decay.
Oh yeah, Steffens, sure.
And I watched our government during the pandemic and the riots board up the Capitol, and allowed junkies to shoot dope on the steps of the Capitol and tagged the whole thing and did absolutely nothing.
And
we're giving these people power?
Well, these are the same people that are going to regulate your firearms day after tomorrow.
Right, but Peter, if you go up to federal and you go down federal at night during the weekends, there's gunfire all over the place, and the cops are absolutely scared to death to deal with that.
Yeah, but the interesting thing about that is those are not people that the Declaration of Independence. I'm going to come back to it for a second, because what we're watching, what this idiot mayor, and we've had some idiots as mayor, but this is the he's the bull goose loony of mayors. But when you think of the Declaration of Independence, I was reading late last night. You got the right to life, liberty, and a pursuit. That's what the framers said. They didn't talk about housing. They didn't talk about the kinds of things. And now, when we have Democrats, particularly, who say that you have the right to housing. Right. You have a right, a constitutional right to housing. Take away your firearm, but you have a right to housing, and that right, you're now deciding that it's okay to confiscate labor or money from other people and transfer it over. What vote did you have on this? But you didn't. So safety means what? The right to life. It's not the right not to be assaulted, not to be killed, but I mean that's what this Second Amendment steps in. I'm puzzled at all of this, and I know the callers will be right on. But the role of government is to do what? Secure your right to life, liberty, and the pursuit, and property, and the pursuit of happiness. But does it have
uphold the Constitution?
There it is.
And that's it. And we don't want their advice on the. I mean, I heard yesterday that there is $150 million of money in the state of Colorado that they can't account for the illegal migrants. Is that true?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
And these people still have jobs.
And they'll keep them. I got to move.
Wow.
Thanks,
Bye.
Bubba. All right, lines are open. We're going to take a turnaround. Good morning, everyone. Peter Boyle's in for the fellows. Tomorrow's our New Year's Eve show. What's the role of the government? And coming up in the next hour, Ian Escalante about these new gun laws that will go into effect. But governments do what in terms of what for you? What do you want them to do? And what are you watching them do? Lines are open, 303-696-1971. Morning, everybody. Peter Boyles for the fellas, 710 KNUS. I got tomorrow that is our New Year's Eve show, and then I'll do Friday and Saturday, and the boys are back in town. 303-696-1971. Weather, it's going to be 54 today, 61 Wednesday, and look at New Year's Day, 62 degrees. Lines are open again, 303-696-1971. As of January 1, these laws go into effect in the state of Colorado, and the gun show laws and firearms laws are in effect. And it triggered a question in me. What do you believe? Well, maybe it's a two-way street. What do you want your government to do for you or to you or, help you if that's possible? And the other one is, what is the role of government? There's really, if you go back to the framers, there really is only one job, and that was to uphold the Constitution. Manage the military, courts. The courts were there. Protect what? Property rights, the Bill of Rights, protecting the rights. But the government now has expanded again and again and again and again. And as I said, reading the politics of the platforms of the Democratic Party in particular that want bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger government, but now they're declaring that housing is a right. How we look at the framers who said life, liberty, and the pursuit, also the right to defend yourself. Now, what's changed from that, and what do you want? What do you want the government to do? We talk, again, if you look at talk radio principally, it's a lot of talk radio. All right, let me read the wall to you, and then we'll get back. Pete, my man, what's up with you? How about a show on what impacts us instead of a history lesson? I'm asking you about the government. All right, are we being overrun by illegal immigrants, making us a third world country? Well, every other talk show host in them seemingly is doing that show. Government exists, this is another one, government exists to prevent chaos and violence. Unfortunately, the process of providing these tenants, government may be encouraged to do things that many in society disdain. You got to go further than that. The gentleman caller with 33% is too much. 10% would be the only thing they should take from the people and let them fend for themselves on the rest of the money. Yeah, there is this, there's two statements I think that kind of go with this. One is the one that I hear, and it's entitled, and we've talked about this many times, Fascism's Sweet Song. And the song goes like this: I will take care of you. And you go, really? Fascism says, of course, I'll take care of you. Wow. And then you say to fascism, what do you want for taking care of me? And fascism said, I'll let you know. I'll take care of you. Wow. That's music to the ears of many people. I'll take care of you. That's all I wanted to hear. Well, what do you want for that? I'll let you know. And then the other one is, that I'm from the government and I'm here to help you, which is a old standard line. What is it? 303-696-1971. I know people were thinking this one out. What's the role of government? There's major theories on origins of government, back to Mary being upset about a history lesson, but it's significant. That's how we get here. And there is the social contract. I think that was John Locke. And he said, you have a social contract with the king. If you don't like it, you leave. And they said, no, not so quick. The divine right, we talk about that all the time. You talked about it yesterday. The divine right of kings. Rulers claim their authority came from God. We spoke about God yesterday on the show. And God loves these people much more than he loves me. So the rulers claim that their authority comes directly from God with power passed down through bloodlines. Think about how ridiculous that is. How bizarre that is that you have these royal families in France and Germany and England, and especially Russia, that they actually believed that their authority came from God and the power passed through their bloodline. So their children would become in charge. And they used to talk about the idiot king, the idiot son of the Dauphin. Remember, that was the guy. This is from The Wall. Government's role is to sustain itself. 303. It's interesting. I really expected, and I think people were thinking this one through. Despite, well, what do you want the government to do for you? We bitch about the government all the time on talk radio shows. Does the government only have one role? To protect the rights of each individual resident, all of us. So does the government have the right to protect you and then protect me? And that's all that it has to do? No. Bet yourself about the role of government. And we vote for bigger or smaller government. Right now, the role of government and people what they try to do is get their hands on it, right? With regards to lawmaking, the government has the power to initiate legislation, exercise these powers, and asking the government to do things for you. What do you get for that? Well, I want you to do that for me. Okay, fine, we'll do that for you, but there's a price to pay. And when people say, oh, I think it's a right for this, we're a homeless guy. So the more homeless guys you take care of, the more homeless guys you get. Anything you want more of, underwrite it. It's true. So I saw a lot of homeless camps these last couple of days. And am I supposed to take care of that guy? Well, according to Democrats, you are. The government will create frameworks for society, individual rights with common good. They talk about providing essential services. What is essential services for you? Well, feed me. Do for me what I will not do for myself. What is that? Take care of me. So, jump this puppy. Lines are lighting up. 303-696-1971. It's a complex question, but I'm intrigued by what people will say. What is the role of government? What do you want the role of government to be in your life? People want more and more. I mean, look at these. Look what's happening in Denver with this idiot mayor. They want more. They want more. They want more. All right, give me some names up there, and we'll go to work. All right, let's go to work. All right, Jim and Aurora, thank you. You're on the radio show. Good morning. It's Tuesday.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, government's role is to maintain itself and do a few things along the way. It's been perverted.
Example.
Well, it's to grow. It's to attach itself to a currency, just like we have a currency that says U.S. government, and they partnered with God, trusting God.
Absolutely.
Your government on that little green piece of paper.
Well thought.
It's never had my damn name on that paper.
No, it did not.
And maybe it's had your name on it.
Right.
They create these little funny pieces of paper, and then people take ownership of them like the Broncos during a winning season, right?
Come back. You're spot on for a couple of things I want to talk to you about. When the government exists, as like existing in the state of Colorado, but since this state has become blue, this is possibly or probably the worst mayor this city has ever had, and he keeps expanding and blowing money. And does he have the right to do that? And does he have the right to go to the homeless and listen to people that talk about they have the right to housing? So he puts them in motels and hotels. Is that the role of the government, Jim?
But it's turned into the role of the government. In fact,
Is it? But is
let's
it?
look at,
Is it the role?
and not in my mind. But if you think about it, I mean, you look at these people. You got Marjorie Taylor Greene in Southern Georgia. She announced, I think, the same week that she hit her 5-year vesting on her lifetime government pensions. That she was done, right? How about Lauren Boebert? Her big role was her big goal, I think, was probably to hit that 5-year so she can participate in the government goal
And
for
she
the rest
switched.
of her life.
When she thought she might get beat, she moved.
There you go. So government has to do with the creation of currencies and the circulation of currencies. It's our lobbyists that try to manipulate and relocate the locations of these giant printing presses in the sky.
Does it have any role in protecting your individual rights that were the constitutional guarantees of birthright?
No, that's a lie. That's just a way to get you to vote for them. They didn't do so with the Native Americans. And especially when the Native Americans had been shoved around the nation and were put on a plot of ground that had oil. They picked them up and moved them again.
Good call. Good. Thank you. Open the door. We have a line open, 303-696-1971. What is, in your mind, what's the role of government? This is important because on January 1, in 2 days, we got a couple of new rules. The government's doing it to you. Stay right here. Tuesday morning, coming up the end of the year. This is December 30. Tomorrow, our New Year's show, 710 KNUS Denver's Talk Station. This morning, talking about the role of government, we go to James in Golden. Thank you, sir. You're on the air.
Yeah, will somebody please do something about how fat I am?
Yeah, that's right.
That was on a T-shirt in Sturgis right after Obamacare came out. You can always find the truth in Sturgis if you're walking up and down the street naked with a beer.
Thank you. I mean, I tell everybody that's Mecca. You know, like when Muslims go to Mecca, bikers go to Sturgis.
Bikers go to Sturgis.
You bet.
Well, and then there's Daytona also. I did a pilgrimage to Daytona, and that was an odyssey by itself.
Well, by the way, I've done that too. Which one do you like best, Sturgis or Daytona?
Oh, Sturgis. You get down to Daytona, they had spring break already. They already had the Daytona 500. They could give a crap about the bikers. We don't need your money. That's their attitude down there.
Yeah, I thought the other way around. I mean, I got invited. This is away from everything.
I think you're taking Sturgis for granted because it's just up the road from you.
Oh, well, no, Sturgis is like coming up. On Friday, I got a guy coming on the air. We're going to talk about an announcement of some stuff. But Daytona, I got invited to something called the Bikers Ball, and it was a highlight. We'll go with that, but they're totally.
So let's talk a little history and about the proper role of government.
All right.
The movie Green Mile. Bill, remember that character in that movie?
Of course.
The guy that actually killed the two little girls.
Yes.
Back when the Great Depression happened, the cities emptied out of a lot of working-age men that wandered the countryside raping and pillaging.
Well, that's right. They rode the rails.
And the government,
yep.
They rode the rails. And my grandpa was one of them. He got kicked out of the house at 9 years old because his parents couldn't afford to feed him. And he hoboed until he was 16 and lied about his age to get into the military so he could have something to eat. Okay? But the government created the CCCA, Civilian Conservation Corps of America.
They built Red Rocks.
Exactly. They built Red Rocks. And when the CCCA ran out of money, they created what everybody knows as the WPA, Work Projects Administration. Project,
but the Supreme Court struck it down.
Right, but they did get a lot of work done, and all those little earthen dams that you see dotting South Dakota and Nebraska and North Dakota are not WPA dams. Most of them are actually CCCA dams.
But let me stop you for a second. A lot of people make the claim that these guys were being trained for the military seriously by FDR without people realizing, and the same thing was taking place in Germany, by the way, too.
That was perhaps an element of it, but what they were really doing was they were giving idle hands something to do, so they wouldn't turn into the devils.
No, but also at the same time, they sent money home. That was part of the requirement that when you got paid working for the Seas or working for the recovery, money went home to your mother, and that's a way that FDR was. To
support the women, which is what Social Security was supposed to be in the first place.
Early on.
Not for everybody to have a retirement package. It was to get some old gal out of the chicken coop, right?
Well, no, it was a supplement to your retirement. That's all. The guy that really expands Social Security is Nixon. If you go back and, we talk about but Nixon expanded the welfare rights.
People want to point at the Somalis up in Minnesota now. Who put them there? That was George Bush.
No, it wasn't.
Jr.
No, it was Barack Obama.
No, it was George Bush Jr. put the Somalis there in response to what the Saudis wanted. Well, the Saudis didn't want the Somalis impacting their oil going around the Horn of Africa.
What I'm saying to you is the giving those, quote, welfare rights, that was the that was Obama.
But the person who put the Somalis in Minnesota that imported all of those migrants was George Bush Jr.
I agree, but but again, they were. That's interesting to look at that. What's taking place? They were really smart. They knew how to grift the system. Somebody taught somebody something, and
and they took advantage of it.
Oh,
And so the question is the government just there to be taken advantage of?
Well, that goes back. It was one of the things I put down on the role of government, i.e., what we're watching, take place. But bilking the welfare system ain't nothing new. I mean, that goes back to prostitution. Oh yeah. So, but go full circle. What do you want? I love your call, by the way. What do you ride? What kind of a bike do you ride?
91 Fat Boy. With the last year that they polished the rims.
There you go.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Which is also the exact same bike that was in Terminator 2.
I love that.
Yeah.
Remember? How come it's me? That's one of my great lines. So, what do you want the government to do for you?
Well, you mentioned property, okay?
Yep.
And property was on the list, and they replaced property, the right to property, with the right to pursue happiness, because the founders realized that property outlasts human life. Okay, that's why you don't have a right to property. But all law, under the British system, all law is actually property law. If somebody murders you, they're taking away the property of your life, the property of your labor. Okay,
but the framers,
everything in our legal system is based on property rights. But under our Constitution, you have no basic property rights. It all belongs to the government to one degree or another, believe it or not. You have because you do not last forever.
But the government, and when the framers, and I'm kind of a geek about this, when they discussed this, and they were principally talking about, they were in particular talking about white males that were property holders that were over a certain age. And that's the target. Women weren't part of it. Certainly minorities were not part of it.
So the white part came from wanting to incorporate the southern states. Okay.
Oh, no, but all of it. But the government emerges, especially this is a revolutionary government too, and that's really important.
Yeah, it was not a government. It was not a government form that had been seen before.
No.
The Kings had the power of God vested or
divine
granted
right
to them by the Church of England or the Church of Rome.
Right.
And so they ran things by that divine power
Directly.
that was granted upon them.
We talked about it's absurd to think. It's absurd to think.
And people like to point back to the Romans and the Senate in Rome. The Senate in Rome was basically made up of, it was an advisory committee. They didn't actually legislate, they didn't actually control anything. They advised the emperor, but the emperor had control of what was going on. So
do me this.
It was ruled by kings all the way back.
I'm really close to the pause. What? Yeah. Without naming, what do you do for a living?
I'll be able to tell you that in a few months, Pete. I'll call you back.
All right, but you're really, I mean, you get it. You're very, very smart. I have
a lot of time. I have a lot of time to think these days.
Both of us.
But I'm not quite there. I'm approaching the finish line. When I cross it, I'll call you back.
Well, I feel that one too. But I mean, day after tomorrow, this stuff kicks in on guns. Watch the role of government.
That is outside the role of government. You have the right to defend yourself, including against the greater forces that want to come take from you your life and your liberty.
The government.
Exactly,
Jefferson was clear. Jefferson was very clear. I love your call.
Your first role is to vote and is to speak. That's why it's the first. It's not because it's your first right. It's your first responsibility.
I'm going to ride New Year's Day. Talk to you. Thanks. All right, everybody. We come back. Ian Escalante's with us after the news. Stay here, 710 KNUS.